Hello, friends. Welcome to today's State of the Market for the global economy today. So today is 30th of August 2022, and it is 10:30 p.m. by my watch right now. Let's take a look at today's charts and what is happening in the global economy as we speak. Let me quickly share my screen. So here we are. Okay, so we'll start with the usual suspects. So the way we do every day, we'll start with the US dollar. So US dollar to INR. Okay, since we are in India, so we'll start with dollar rupee. So US dollar INR fell sharply today. Okay, it was roughly half a percentage fall, but more than that, this particular fall, which is almost half a rupee fall, okay, is something that we have not seen. We don't usually see in the dollar rupee pair. Okay, so it's a good fall that happened today, and in a way, the Indian market that rose during the day, okay, was also somewhere related to this particular thing only, that dollar falls, so indices rise. Okay, so if you look at the 4-hour chart, this was what was going on, right? So here we were. Uh, so here we were today, yesterday, okay, yesterday when we closed, we were here at this 80 level, okay. Today after 7:30 to 3:30. So if I open the hourly chart, look at this. So from 7:30 all the way till 3:30, there was a big fall from 79.95 all the way to 75.45. Okay, so half a rupee fall in the US dollar against the INR pair. Okay. So let's take a look at the futures. So when we look at the futures, see the price. Okay. So from today morning itself, the dollar has been falling. So it fell for the first 1 hour, rested for the next hour, but then after that fell sharply. So now we are officially below the green line, which is the 200-day moving average. Okay. So the 200 moving average on the hourly chart. This is a 1 hour chart of the USD INR futures. We are theoretically below this line now, technically. Okay. So now that means we can start looking for bearish opportunities if and when these opportunities arrive, when we, price sort of retraces back to these zones and then starts to fall back. So those possibilities are now open for us. Let's continue and look at euro. So euro INR. Okay, so this is today, right? So yesterday the price had risen. Today we are kind of in a sideways motion. Nothing much happened, at least on the day time frame. If we look at the 4-hour chart, okay, so 4-hour chart also, the price has been pretty much in a sideways consolidation. So major effect that happened was mainly happened in the dollar USD INR. Okay, euro was not doing much during the day. In fact, this is also visible in if we open the hourly chart here, okay, of euro INR futures. So this is where we opened today, 9 a.m. Okay, we were looking at this red line, which is the 50 moving average on the hourly time frame, and I mentioned that this was a selling opportunity after this particular candle. If morning candle would have was somewhere close to it, I would have gotten an opportunity to sell. But since we opened yesterday and with the gap down, there was no place to go short. Okay, so today the price went up and was hovering at this 50 moving average zone. Okay, so we are still pretty much on a doing sideways thing. Nothing much in the euro INR pair today. Let's continue and look at the pound. So pound is where a lot of selling has happened today. If you see this, okay, the big red candle in the pound, and in fact it's so sharp. So I was, this is where we were, okay, and after this fall in the pound, which was yesterday, I was kind of looking at some kind of retracement back to this zone before some selling comes, but we didn't even go all the way far. We just returned from here itself. So I think this level itself kind of became a good resistance zone for the market, and then just look at the way it has fallen today. It's quite crazy fall that has happened in the pound. Okay, and this can be shown here in the chart here. So this was yesterday. Yesterday the price was here. Today we have done this. Okay, so I think fall, a big part of the fall has happened after hours. Yes, if we look at this on the hourly time frame, this is where we are. Okay, so this is 5 o'clock. So 5 o'clock we were still here, and right now we are, so we were what, at 93.808. Now we are 92.7. We have gone all the way from 92.55. So more than half a rupee here fall after hours, in the last few hours that has happened. Okay, so tomorrow our market will be closed on account of Ganesh Chaturthi, so we won't see this effect up until day after tomorrow, which is Thursday. So let's see, by then hopefully, or maybe things may normalize, we don't know that yet. Let's continue and look at the Japanese yen. So Japanese yen to Indian rupee has also been falling. Okay, and this was yesterday. This is today. I was kind of expecting that we will, go all the way and touch this particular low. We are almost there. Okay, so the Japanese yen, yeah, so this is the hourly time frame. On the hourly chart, we were forming this kind of a flag or a pennant, whatever you want to call it, and then the price started to fall from here, took a bit of a retracement, but again fell. But then all of this action has happened, a lot of this action has happened after hours, so we will not conclude anything from this. In fact, if you look at the Japanese yen, this is where we were. Okay, so this was yesterday and this is today, right? So we opened somewhere below this line, and this line essentially is coming from this low. Okay, so we were kind of open below this line, tried to hit it again, but then could not, and it rejected, and the price started to fall. Then this wick came, this sort of hammer or a doji kind of a candle, okay, which stopped the decline. And this also happened with volume. There was a good support indication of a low, and then the price continued upward in the last hour of the day. In fact, it's not as clear on the 15-minute. The 15-minute, this is clear that there was 1, 2, 3, 3 hits, even the fourth hit, and then the price simply fell down. Okay, and then this particular thing is not very clear on the 15-minute, but it is far more clear on the hourly time frame. Right. So this is Japanese yen to Indian rupee. Again, there's nothing here to trade. Anyways, we'll not get to see much. Day after tomorrow only we'll get to know what is happening in these pairs. Let's continue and look at the dollar index, DXY. So dollar index was taking support here, had reached 109. Okay, now it's doing its own sideways thing at 109. Okay, mind you, so we are trying to hit this zone. So this high 109.3, okay, it has been touched, but it has not been breached. Breached meaning a comfortable day close. So that has not happened yet. The price is still, it's touches, goes back down. Then this buying happens, selling again happens. Okay, so we are doing continuous touches of this 109.25, 109.3 level, and no clear indication of whether the price will break it comfortably or not. So there's a lot of imbalance that is happening. Okay, if I remove everything, if we just look at the price action here, okay, this was the first touch, 109.27, then the price fell. Then we made the second touch, which was kind of a higher high. Okay, but there's no RSI fell down, so it was lacking momentum essentially. All right, so it was this. Okay, so all these bears that have been developed, these bears got trapped, and then there were no more buyers left, so price fell. Okay, so essentially this was a bear trap move and nothing more than that. Price fell. Okay, so now there are more bears that have developed, and now this buying have sort of trapped these bears. So we are still pretty much no man's land. Okay, cannot say for sure where the price is clearly going. Okay, of course the direction is bullish, there is no question about it, but then simply because it's a bullish direction does not mean particularly anything. Okay, especially, yeah, let's just see. It's just too soon to say anything on the dollar index. And whatever happens in dollar, DXY, opposite of it happens in euro. Okay, so euro has been basically fighting at for one. One is the parity zone. The price has officially closed below one on the daily time frame. Okay, and then it has been started to go sideways since then. Okay, same is what we can see on the 4-hour chart here. But interestingly, we were looking at this yesterday. So this is where we were yesterday. Okay, yesterday night. And then we discussed that if the price breaches this level, this looks like an interesting zone to me. Okay, the price breaches this level, gives a bit of a retracement, can be a good buying opportunity towards this 200, which is also catching up. So now this is a bullish thesis, okay, which may develop in the euro, and this bullish thesis in euro would mean bearish for the dollar. Okay, so let's see. It's still, the price has not breached this level yet, so we are yet to see any breakout of this zone. Okay, and then once the breakout happens, so mind you, there were all these attempts to break this, but none of them have been successful. Look at all these wicks. Look at all of these wicks. Okay, this here, it is a crazy selling pressure here. The selling pressure started here, resumed, clear selling pressure number 2, number 3, and then you look at all of these. Today, the whole day, we have been trying to breach this 1.003, and not even for a single hour we have closed above this level. Okay, so mind you, the more bulls try to hit this, the more the weaker the selling becomes. Okay, and the weaker the selling becomes, the stronger will be the push when the price breaches this. So 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 let's so this is also an interesting point to keep an eye on. Okay, uh, I think this is going to be an interesting level, and once this level is breached, my assumption is 1.0145, which is this 200, is going to come very fast. Okay, very fast, if and when this is breached, right? So catch it if you can. Will be the game then. Let's look at pound. So pound to the dollar actually has fallen considerably today, and that pound to the dollar was also shown in the pound INR pair. If you look at the pound on the 4 hour, so 4 hour, these are the last two candles. Okay, so this is where we were yesterday. Yeah, this is where we were. It had fallen. It was trying to take it back, and then it's a possibility that we may go towards 50 once all over again. That never happened. Price fell, and these lows have been taken. So all these bulls have essentially been trapped, and now the question is, are there any more sellers left? Okay, because these people have sold, and these bulls have also sold. Okay, so now if there are more sellers left, the price will fall, but if there are no more sellers left, the price may continue to rise and go back up. Okay, so we don't know that yet. We have to wait and watch and look for signs of any kind of reversal. Just look at this euro pound, total craziness. Okay, the way pound has fallen against the dollar, euro has not fallen, but the pound has fallen, and that is why euro pound pair has gone up significantly. uh, I was looking for this pennant during the day. Okay, trying to figure out if there was any buying opportunity. Okay, here 1 2 3 hits, bounce, and then another hit back up. Okay, missed this, and was very sad to notice, because I went out and then was sad enough to notice that the price had already ran away. But I kind of missed this buying opportunity, and this was a very good buying opportunity, because I was looking for this pennant and trying to figure out if I see a buying opportunity, the price will you know go to these previous zones. 0.86 being the most obvious one, and that happened. Okay, so this has happened, although this happened in the night, and Indian market is still closed tomorrow. So even if a position was made today, nothing can be done tomorrow anyways. Okay, so take no hard feelings. It's we're fine. These kind of misses keep happening. Right, now let's look at the dollar yen. So dollar yen is ready to go back and hit these 139.39 zone. Today was a bit of silent day, not much happened. Okay, so in fact, if you look at this, the same pennant is forming in dollar yen pair as well. The price has fallen, and then it has taken back those levels. Okay, although all of this has happened in the after hours, so there's not much we can do when it comes to this. But it's the same situation that is happening here as well. Euro yen, I think euro yen is also bullish, and bullish strength of euro yen was seen yesterday itself. Okay, so yesterday this is where we were, and yeah, this is where we were, and this is the side of a path that we drew yesterday. Okay, the price fell, and it fell all the way till here. And while it was falling, I was looking at for it. Okay, looking for an opportunity, and I saw this, and it was like, sounds like a good opportunity to go long. Okay, so euro yen, the long trade is kind of in progress. let's see how far or what happens to this trade first of all, because it's a total possibility that the price may actually breach these lows and go all the way back down as well. Okay, so all these games are played in the market on a day-to-day basis. So we are still not very comfortable or not sure as to how far the price will actually go. Pound yen has fallen, so pound has fallen against everything today. Okay, dollar, yen, euro, Indian rupee, against almost everything, pound has fallen today, and the same is being reflected here as well. But there's nothing on any of these time frames to say anything for sure. Bitcoin, Bitcoin was giving some kind of bounce yesterday, but gave up all of those gains. In fact, I think this is what we were discussing yesterday. That when we were discussing yesterday, the price was somewhere here. Right. So we were somewhere here yesterday, and I was kind of looking for a bounce opportunity. And then when the price falls, okay, we are back in the bearish territory. There's nothing bullish about Bitcoin price action. Okay, it's totally bearish, right? And it will not be a surprise if we simply breach all these levels and go back towards these lows, 17,650. Okay, so this 2,000 points is not at all far away and can be seen very fast if and when the price does what it wants to do, right? Which now it looks like it will. Okay, with this fall, it really looks like we are not going to hold a lot of territory, and the price may actually start to go back down very fast. Just look at crude oil. So crude oil, big fall happened today. So we are seeing this. Okay, the price went back to 200, and then we were discussing two options. One option is the price continues to go up, breaches this level, and then goes in the upward direction, or the price goes down, okay, rejects at this 250 cross, and then we see a downward push. So today has been a sharp downward move, although the cross has yet to happen. 50 is still slightly above the 200. The red line is slightly above the green line, but the cross has already happened. Oh, sorry, the fall has already happened. Okay, and in fact, this fall is already seen in the 4-hour time frame. Okay, in the look at last 3-4 hour candles. This is all for the last 12 hours, and this is our this was also our support resistance zone. Okay, so interestingly, all of this has happened at this support resistance zone. Okay, so now the question is, what next? Once this cross happens, we'll get to know. So this fall has happened, but then if we get some kind of retracement, can be an interesting selling opportunity for the price to go further back down towards 85 and so on, all those levels. Gold, totally bearish. Okay, the price action itself is totally bearish, and yesterday only we discussed, after looking at this, that I'm expecting price to go back all the way to 1680, and today's price action is kind of supporting that thesis. Okay, looks like 1680 is not very far away when in gold. This is 1680. Okay, so highly likely we are going to reach 1680 in the next few days, maybe by the end of this week or maybe early next week. Silver, same thing. Okay, same price action as gold. In silver, this low 18.17 is very close. In gold, we are still some distance away. In silver, we are not at all any distance away. We are almost there. Okay, so silver's fall has been much steeper, much sharper than gold, and we are very close to these lows. Okay, 18.15, we are at 18.41. So not very far away when it comes to silver and its fall. S&P 500 total rejection. Okay, this was Friday's Jackson hole. This was yesterday, and today again another fall. So while Nifty and everything else in Indian market went up 3%, 2-3%, S&P is already down 1.5%. Okay, so crazy stuff happening. All right, the global markets are falling, the Indian markets are rising. Anyways, let's see. If the Indian markets are able to continue with this rise, or if the Indian markets also give up these gains, because the speed at which it has gone up is the same speed, or maybe even more speed at which it can fall as well. So there has to be caution that has to be followed at all points in time. But having said that, let's not get into fear too much. But S&P, very sharp fall has happened today since it opened. Okay, and we are somewhere here, right? Now for S&P, this 3950 is an interesting, zone. Okay, and once, so we are here at this 3950 kind of zone. So let's see. I mean, looks like the price is going to fall, and looks like quite imminent as well. SGX Nifty. So SGX Nifty, this was yesterday. The day has somehow changed. I don't know why. Let me just check what is going on here. It's still 30th August. I don't know why they've changed the day. Anyway, so this is today's show on SGX Nifty. Let's just open the 4-hour chart and look at where we are. So the last 4 hours after the market closed. So this was 3:30 when the market closed today, and since then SGX Nifty has fallen. Okay, pretty much in sync with the S&P. So the resistance at this level, 817, 810, is quite visible in S&P 500 as well. Okay, sorry, in our SGX Nifty as well. But let's see what happens in SGX Nifty. We are still, tomorrow is off, so there's a lot of time for SGX Nifty to cover up and give the real picture. The real picture will be seen only on day after tomorrow. All right, so this is it. This is the things that I wanted to discuss in this session. So I'll see you tomorrow with the global market update of what happened tomorrow. Until then, thank you. Bye-bye. Have a good day.